Welcome back again, my friends, to another 2009 7-day roguelike revisitation. Next up on our hit list is Excitable Digger by Eben Howard. Not sure why he's excitable. Having played through this, I'm not sure what that adjective corresponds to in the game. Let me nonetheless open it up. Okay, there is a readme text file with this. I'll read you exactly what it says. It says, "Thanks for trying Excitable Digger." That's not of much help. Fortunately, the game is not that complex. As far as I can tell, it's pretty straightforward. Unless I'm missing something, this will be a very, very fast game. I've already played through once. We can probably wrap this up in about 5 minutes. I will include a link to where you can download the game for yourself for free as always. What is our name? Why would we be inventive? Jeff. Excitable Digger, version 1.1 by Eben Howard. You have discovered that your years of working as a miner for the king have left you with a deadly terminal disease. That sucks. Thinking only of your family, you plead with a local wizard to take mercy upon you and help you out of your dire situation. The wizard cannot cure you, but she does have medicine that will delay the disease for a time. You've decided that in order to help your family, you will mine out what treasure you can before you pass away from your disease. If you can find enough valuable stone and gems, at least they will have good lives. Use S to sell treasure for healing. Oh, there is more to this than I thought. I just fucking dug. I didn't know you could sell shit. Use S to sell treasure for healing. That's interesting. X to examine walls nearby. We can use the numpad to move, or we can use the frickin' VI keys to move, but we're not going to do that kind of silliness. Move into walls to dig into them. Pay attention to how much energy is used, as some stone is easier to mine out. Not in my experience, but so be it. Alright, let's press a key. There we go. Here we are surrounded by a lot of shit. We're on oil shale. Let's just try examine. I just want to see something. First of all, X. Which direction do you want to examine? Let's try west. You see oil shale. I don't know if it'll ever tell us that there's something special in here or not. I didn't see oil shale my last time digging. The ceiling is air. The floor is oil shale. I don't know if there's any other levels. I didn't know you could sell. That's going to change things for us. Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to dig to the north. You dig into the oil shale wall. Look at that. All right. This says oil shale. Okay. Okay, so I'm glad we checked there. Okay, you dig into the oil shale wall. You have found a chunk of oil shale worth 7. So we have 7 gold worth of healing, I guess. Or points at the end of the game. One of the two. But we know from just having done that, examining a wall will not tell you if there's treasure in it. I wasn't sure if that was the case. Last time I just started mining kind of randomly. I thought it does feel very random. What's that to our north? Claystone. Claystone's worth even less, but let's try sticking with the oil shale for now, because at least it's worth more when we find stuff. You think there's veins? Maybe not. Keep an eye on our energy. When it hits 0, we die. I wanted to make a joke when we started this. Either referencing a Larn, where you have a disease, I think it's called like Diomoranthes or something, but I can't remember the actual name. Therefore, I cannot make a quality joke. Or at least even a quality reference, if that can be considered a joke. Let's take a look. What is this? 2 points per digging? Let's just try this. Also 2 points per digging. See what I'm saying? That doesn't seem to be any difference. And I wanted to make a joke based on the TV show Firefly, when those people had, was it Watkins disease? What the hell disease do those people get in Firefly from mining? Oh, I pressed L. That was the wrong way to do it. A nice wall. I dug into a nice wall. Fuck, I'm trying to press L. I'm trying to press X. You see nice. That's not worth any more than the oil shale. But last time I had different types of walls, and they were worth more. Just worth noting that the money's worth less here. Let's try. We're on a floor called amphibolite. Whatever that means. Let's try S for sell. You sold your chunk of oil shale. You sold your chunk of oil shale. You sold your chunk of oil, blah, 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 more. Holy shit. You sold enough to buy 1 doses of medicine. All right, well, we got back some energy. I'm not quite sure I see the point in prolonging our miserable life, because now we just got to earn all that money back. And we have less than we had to start, right? We had less than 200. Oh, you dig into the hyoclastite wall. You have found a chunk of hyoclastite worth 50. Let's fucking dig in hyoclastite. Holy shit. 116 energy. It takes 8 energy to dig into it, but Jesus, we're finding a lot of shit. Let's sell this stuff right off the bat. Alright, we got more health now than we started with. Hyoclastite, here we come. We've become a better miner. We've leveled up. I saw that happen before. What that means, I don't know. It still takes, well, it took 8 to dig this before. Let's see how much it takes now. Oh, I didn't look. We're at 177. Oh, it might take 1 less. We might be a slightly better miner in that regard. I believe it took 8 before. Maybe I miscalculated before. Well, if we don't find some fucking treasure soon, all will be lost. Yes, the other things were a lot easier to dig in, but this seemed to be a more lucrative wall to dig through, right? Yeah, we're going to die. We're fucked. Okay, we just sell that right now. You don't have enough treasure. Sell that. Alright, whew. Got a little bit more time. But, all this time that we're gaining is at the expense of our family, right? My fucking wife is going to have to prostitute herself in my absence because I didn't get her enough money to stick at her job. This is awful. Give me some fucking money. This seems to be all there is to it. I mean, is there a strategy? Maybe a kind of one. At least you can make some, informed-ish decisions about, do you want to? Well, that was worth a lot. You dig into the gneiss wall, and we found a fuck ton. All right, well, let's dig in the gneiss for a while. You sold your chunk of gneiss. You sold your gneiss into slavery. Let's fucking, well, I don't know, man. If we can find that much money in gneiss, it's much easier to dig out. Although we're not finding it very often, are we? We found that a lot more often in the unadorned hashtags. I don't know, man. Hyoclastite seems to be where it's at. Sell. In case there's veins, let's keep exploring around where we find stuff. It seems like that might be happening. So let's assume that that's true. Maybe not. Sell. All right, we're still at full energy. This is going to be a longer game than I thought. I don't know that there's any kind of victory condition, right? It's just how well do you take care of your family after your death? I mean, this is basically an insurance simulation. With the world's worst life insurance policy. Although the first time I played, I didn't know you could sell, so I just bumped into walls until I died. And I was like, oh yeah, that's how much I collected. And the two types of walls that I encountered in that one, none of them are represented here. There was different walls. Both took 2 to dig through. And even when I leveled up, they took 2 to dig through. So I don't know for sure that that's what leveling up my digging does. I don't see any reference on this page to what level our character is, so I don't know if I missed a message that we've leveled up or not. Let's see how much it costs now. It's 60. It's only cost 6. We might have leveled up somewhere in there without me noticing. It does seem to change, though. There might be a strategy here, like when you should stop buying medicine for yourself and say, okay, I'm going to get rich, and when you should keep doing it. It's a pretty grim game in that regard. Like, when should you decide to let yourself die to best suit your family's needs? Your selfish family doesn't give a fuck you're down here with fucking lung disease. I'm not sure they're deserving of our efforts here. We're still in the game. We got lots of money left. I'm doing much better than I did my first game. Is it 0 to do these now? No, it's 3 for fucking gneiss. That's terrible. Hyroclastite remains where it's at. Just keeping one eye on my... you become a more better miner. Oh, a better miner. I'm saying that was more prompt. You become a more better miner. All right, sorry, we have 40. It's only costing us 5 to do hyroclastite now. I wonder if you become proficient in specifically that type of stone. I'll sell some shit before we keel over here. I mean, could you consider complete clearing of the map a victory? Is it possible? Could that be done? I don't know. Let's try for it. See if we can't find any more fucking hyroclastite. Ooh, that was worthwhile. We have 234, so it's only taking us 1 point to dig through this stuff. Again, I recognize this can't be riveting gameplay. Sometimes these are games... there's interest here. Like, again, from an historical perspective, it's interesting to see something from the 2009 challenge. It's also interesting to see a game, taking a mechanic that is not, is not central to other roguelikes mining. I mean, you can do it in, say, an Angband, but it's not central to the situation as it is here. The outer rim is apparently called Super Hard Wall, by the way. Sell. It's basically lawn mowing at this point. It's about as riveting as watching me mow a lawn. Am I missing something here, guys? Is there something is there a strategy at work here that I'm overlooking? Am I, and therefore being silly? And I don't mean silly like akin to sill. I mean silly like foolhardy. Sell. There doesn't seem to be much to this strategy. We've got half the map. Can we get the other half? I'm not even reading the messages anymore. Sell. I only left my family like 200 the first time I played. I think I'm going to leave them an entire fucking mine worth of money this time. Sell. Just stay safe. Stay safe down there, guys. Every once in a while, we come across an exploit that feels like it wasn't fully anticipated by the designers. Of course, something I'm not harping on here, and I should be. It's unfair of me not to harp on the following: is that these were 7-day roguelikes. They were made in a matter of a few days, where somebody just had an idea and said, "I'm going to throw my hat into the ring and try it." So if I ever sound like I'm criticizing the game, especially as I said with that. With that Epic Monster Hyper Quest, I feel like I really kind of slammed it because it did become... Well, you've died. Oh, stop paying attention. You got talking and stop paying attention. Your family inherits 3,066 worth of treasure. Your family barely survives with the paltry sum I left? Fuck you! I mined out 3/4 of fucking mine. That's a paltry sum? I don't think so. I should have paid better attention though, damn it. I'm sorry there's a smiling cyclops left in that line there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, they are 7-day roguelikes, of course. They were somebody who had an idea that they said, I'm going to try to build a game around this, and perhaps didn't expand much on it. Is it a game? Yeah. Is it a successful game? Absolutely. If I was if I'm looking at it purely from that standpoint, then it definitely succeeds. From a challenging standpoint, The only challenge here was I started talking to you and stopped paying attention to the game, and I didn't look at my energy, and I died. If I hadn't done that, I could have pressed S a few more times, and I probably could have cleared this whole level. I don't see any reason to necessarily put you through that again. So we're going to call it there. Interesting to note, you can't see this, but this is run through JavaScript. I'm looking at the JavaScript window. At the top, the title is Excitable Digger, but with 3 Gs. Little typo. Okay, that's it. I'm moving on. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me mow a rock lawn for 15 minutes. I'll be back tomorrow with unknown game. I haven't decided yet. I'll figure it out. Have a good one in the meantime. Bye. Hey, I'm back with a quick addendum, guys, just to show you. If you're curious, here's a completely mined out place. And you can see my score is much lower than it was before. I guess there is some form of strategy in figuring out, it's like poker, when to hold them, when to fold them. Like, when should you deliberately put a gun in your mouth and end it because you have the maximum amount of treasure? Although you can't do that precisely. There's no way to suicide that I know of. And when should you instead... Oh, we're losing energy. I guess you can do this. Here. We mined the entire fucking mine. You died. Your family barely survives.